Centerville Police Department is trying to stay on top of the latest technology as far as things that we believe that are coming down the road mandatory for a lot of agencies, like body-worn cameras. With a lot of that we've seen recently in the news with cases, for instance, in Ferguson, Missouri, we seem to be leading away to the point that the government is going to mandate body-worn cameras by police officers, and we're staying ahead of that curve. This is not made to invade anyone's privacy. As a reminder, this is no different than a cell phone as far as it captures the same video that a cell phone could capture. We're not trying to spy on them. There's a lot smaller and thinner and more hidden cameras available than these. These are simply to protect the public and to protect the officers.
I really think that they're a great tool for law enforcement. It does take some getting used to, but after you use them for a little while, once your eyes get adjusted to wearing it, it really does help, because you or the judge or the command staff or anyone that gets to view our video will see what we saw on, whether it be a traffic stop or a domestic violence situation. If somebody tries to file a complaint on one of us, or if we need to document some injuries or anything like that, it's right there for you. It's filming everything that we see. So I think it's a great tool, and I think most law enforcement agencies are probably going to start going to something like the Google Glass.
This is a traffic stop that was conducted by one of the officers, and what you're actually seeing is the officer's perspective. It's eye level with him. You're seeing exactly what he sees as he approaches a vehicle. Now, this is a call for service in which somebody's called 911 and requested that an officer come to their residence. The important thing of this video would be this is something that the dash cam, the in-car dash cam, would not normally see. This is from the officer's perspective as he approaches the house. Now, had this been a situation of a domestic violence or any other type of situation, whether it be a burglary in progress and somebody started coming out the window, the dash cam would not capture that, as where these glasses, as you can see, easily would capture that on film. It protects the public and the officer as well if somebody makes a false allegation of misconduct against an officer. These glasses will immediately tell us whether or not the complaint is warranted or not. If somebody comes in and makes a false allegation against an officer, it will be shown. If there is a situation of police misconduct, that too will be shown. They're not used for things such as facial recognition, tag scanning. They're specifically used as a recording device.
Officer can activate it,
officer can activate it, or it can be activated when the officer initiates specific triggers inside the car, such as the front light bar.
And typically, how long are you usually recording?
Anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes at most.
And what kind of things do you record?
Traffic stops, calls for service such as domestic violence calls, burglaries in progress, any type of service call that the police are called. The only thing the officers have access to once the video is being recorded is to view their own videos. They have no editing, deletion, anything like that, any capabilities like that.
Now, if you don't have it connected to your smartphone, all you can do with it right now is video record. Correct? And if you have it connected to your smartphone, you can ask directions.
You can get directions. You can see text message. You can use them. Basically, it's like a Bluetooth that you can receive phone calls and hear the phone calls on. And like you said, get directions, things like that. If they needed to look up something on the internet, it would be more practical for them to use the in-car computer than it would be to try to access and surf the internet on these glasses.
Has anybody said, I don't want to be recorded?
They have at times. We do have some people that have requested not to be recorded.
And what do you do if you get a request like that?
It depends on the situation. If it's a situation where it's a call for service and the officer has a legal reason to be there, for instance, if he believes that there's a crime being committed, or a crime is about to be committed, or evidence of a crime, and the officer has a legal right to be there, we have a legal right to record the interaction as well.
If they're on, if they're on an officer's head, for lack of a better way to phrase it, you have a potential to be recorded.
Correct.
And so if a citizen asks you, I really don't want to be recorded, and it's not in part of an investigation or a crime or a call to service, do y'all have a policy about that?
The officer is to turn them off.
Turn it off. How does the public know they're off? Should they just take them off their head? Or
right. It's not a problem with the officer just removing them and setting them down. Putting them back in the car or whatever, that situation may call for.
Do they know to do that? To take them off
They
their
do.
head? Some people would say these are spy glasses.
Well, to those, my only response can be that if I was trying to spy on somebody, that I could probably do a lot better job than having a large or a camera on my face that I have to talk to and that I have to touch. They make smaller cameras that would make it more conspicuous than this. These glasses aren't capable of full recording all the time. The short battery life on them is only going to last about 45 minutes before the battery dies, and if there's a necessity to be recorded longer, we do have external battery packs that are again, like the glasses, are very obvious. There'd be a cord running down the side of the officer's face onto their belt or into their pocket that would be connected to that battery pack. I hope to see in the future things like having the call notes from a call for service on the display. Centerville currently also utilizes a vigilant tag reader, which scans tags and compares them to Georgia's hot list to do things as far as find stolen or wanted vehicles, uninsured motorists, expired tags, things of that nature. I hope maybe one day to see that capability be installed within these glasses.